Hi, this is Brandon Allen with another My Business World coaching tip. Today I want to talk a little bit about branding. And branding is always a question that I get from confused business owners. Specifically, what is branding? And so I want to touch a little bit on what is branding and also when you should brand and why. So what is branding? Branding is really essentially the market's perception of the value that you create for them. And so if you look at someone like Walmart, their value or their brand is, inexpensive goods and, decent goods at a relatively inexpensive price, I guess, for lack of a better word. Now, you may dispute that in one way or the other, but that's generally speaking the brand identity of a company like Walmart. And so when you take the perception of your company, a lot of times businesses ask, well, when should I brand? Well, the answer to that question is you should brand right away. Because what branding really consists of and how you brand effectively is your brand starts internally with your business. And it starts with how do you treat the public? How do you treat your employees? How do you create value for the public? And how do your actions substantiate what you want your brand to be? Understanding that you can't 100% control someone's brand perception of you and your company, but you can be an active part of the conversation and making sure that you have an idea of what you want your brand to stand for. Is it value? Is it cost? Is it service? What are the things that your company wants to stand for? Innovation? All these different things that can be available to you within your brand. And how do you create conversation around that helps support that brand? And how do you treat your customers and employees in a way that also support that brand? Now, if you're a brand new company, the one thing that I would suggest that you don't do is spend hundreds of thousands of dollars or even in the sense of thousands of dollars to brand your company in the form of creating logos and stationery and doing all these different things from a design standpoint that you think is necessary for your brand. Because if you're just starting out and you're not sure how viable your company is going to be and you're just kind of dipping your toe in the water of your business and seeing where it'll go, the last thing that you want to do is spend thousands of dollars creating all these logos and imagery and things like that for an idea that you're not even sure is going to be worthwhile in the marketplace. And this is a common mistake that business owners make. So when we talk about branding, that's what you need to do is focus on your internal actions and how do you create systems and processes around all the touch points that clients go through to experience your product or service. And make sure that it really conveys what kind of a brand message that you want to create for the public. And understand that you don't need to create all this imagery and logos and things like that to really get your brand conversation started. In fact, if you're not sure that your business idea is really going to take off, it really is a considerable waste of money to go through that and also a considerable waste of time. So think about your brand. Here's what I want you to do for today. I want you to think about your brand and ask yourself, what is the brand message that I want to convey to the public? And then go through and articulate that and then start asking yourself, how do I create the conversation around this brand message so that it's consistent throughout my business? So for My Business World, this is Brandon Allen with another coaching tip.